In case you're wondering, does Laura wear pajamas when she's doing her videos? Hell yeah, I do, because for me, it's all about the comfiness. So now that you all are super uncomfortable with all of this new knowledge you've gained about me, hello and welcome to my channel. Usually I do the intro when I still have not done my face. However, today has just been a weird day overall because the only reason I did my makeup today was to record a video. And then we ended up having to postpone that video. I definitely closed out this video 3 separate times. I'm going to show you how to create this look using a couple different palettes. First of all, the main palette I used was the Naked Reloaded palette. However, I have a smoky eye on today. I went into my Naked Heat palette and used, yeah, I think it was this one. I used this shade right here called Cayenne.
I will never get over this camera being backwards.
Okay, this shade right here called Cayenne. Cayenne, oh no. I only teach English, I don't know how to talk it. For the first part of the video, I did no talking. So the first half of the video will be me doing the voiceover, and then the second half of the video, you couldn't have paid me to shut the fuck up. So it's gonna be a weird mix of part of it's gonna be me talking over the video, and the other half is gonna be just me talking in the video. So anyways, if you want to see how I use those two palettes to create this eye look, stick around. Otherwise, just, exit out of the video. It'll still count as a view for me, so we're good. I was like, it looks cute. I'm already in it for the TikTok. Let's just keep it on. Let's jump into it. Okay, so I know that transition is probably abrupt. You can tell I was definitely not awake here because I'd woken up super early. As usual, first step, it's going to be my primer potion tapped on to the entire lid. For my first blend shade, I used that very light tan color at the end of the palette and then took that all the way up to my brow bone. Did some more blending in there. I decided to do some swatches because I couldn't decide what shade I wanted to next, but I finally decided on that third one in, it looks like. It seems like that might have been what I was pointing at the time. Who knows, honestly. Who knows what I was thinking. And then just a ton more blending of that darker tan shade along the above crease area. I started with this shade as my first shade, and then I did this shade as my middle blend. Sorry, this shade as my middle blend. And then this shade as my last blend just at the outer corner, outer crease. And there's the Starbucks cup for this video. It's light blue with a yellow lid. Here I am swiping on my concealer and my setting powder. Juvia's Base Concealer still, the Peach Perfect setting powder as always. And then I'm doing some cleaning up in between. And I finally got my new setting powder. And then I use that very light matte, like pinkish white shade on the eyelid. For the lid today, I'm doing something different. You all know, anyone who's watched other of my videos knows that I usually will do a blend on my lid. I hardly ever do a monochromatic lid. Today, I just took the lightest shade in the Reloaded palette that I'm using. And I took the lightest shade they have on there, which is Bribe. It's this like creamy pinkish hue, very pretty. And I just did one color across my lid for today. And here we see me repeating the process for the other eye, first with the concealer, then immediately with the setting powder. And then obviously there'll be some cleaning up after because I am just a messy, awful person. And then that same matte shade for my eyelid, the Bribe shade from the Reloaded palette. And then I'm going back across the other eyelid to fill in anything that might have been missed. So after much debate, I've decided that I am going to do a smoke on my eye for today, but I want it to be very subtle. So I'm going to do a little bit of cayenne for my smoke. I'm going to do it off camera. you've seen me do a smoke before, and if you haven't, go watch my other fucking videos. So I went off camera, I did the rest of my face. Now I have left to do is the brows, shimmer, under eye, lashes. Let's start with the brows. I am using my usual Gimme Brow by Benefit in the shade 3.5. Okay, so Angel Fire is this very, very light pink shimmer here. I'm going to take that on my brow bone right under that arch of my eyebrow. My hair, I left it in the clip too long. It's actually been like 3 hours since I started recording, just because I kept getting distracted with like texts and stuff from my friends. They're all going to float down a river today. And I have floated down a river once. I've actually floated down a river twice, and neither time went well. And I'm like, I think since it didn't go well when I was healthy, now that I'm having to deal with handicap, I definitely should just stay away from rivers. When I was in high school, I think it was my last year of high school, I went to a summer camp with some friends. We went up to Michigan. And, oh, I need to do the inner corner, sorry. So we went up to Michigan for summer camp. And we did a tube thing where you like sat in a tube and floated down the river there, except that I'm an idiot who has no coordination at all. I was one of the last ones. I was at the very back with the counselor, and she told me, she's like, you're going toward that other current, you have to come back this way because you have to stay with us. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I was trying to use my flip-flop to like paddle back to their current, and in the midst of that I fell off the tube. And it was a river, so you couldn't see the bottom, which those of you that are like me, that you don't like deep water to begin with, when you can't see the bottom, it is just 20 times more terrifying. So I fell off the tube. I couldn't get back on the tube because I was wearing a life jacket. So between my weight and the life jacket and all that, I could not just like jump back into the tube like she was telling me. She's like, jump back into the tube. And I'm like, I don't think you understand. I have the physical coordination of a dying fish. So she's like, well, just hang on and try to keep up. I ended up having to just like try to hold onto the tube in this very deep water. The water lapping kept like shoving my my life vest up into here. So I was like trying to hang on to the tube, freaking out about the water. Oh, and it was frigid. It was Michigan water, so it was frigid water. It wasn't like freezing, but it was cold. But finally, we made it to a portion of the river where I could, it was shallow enough that I could stand and get back onto the tube. And I just decided, never again, never again. That was like before I went to college. In grad school, so this is like 4 years later, I went to grad school in Pensacola, and I had this friend that her family lived like mid-Florida, so I drove with her to go visit her family over the long weekend. And her parents were like, oh yeah, we go tubing. Like, it's really relaxing. It's really nice. Her mom is so sassy and wonderful. And so then we went to get on the tubes, and then the mom noticed we were in line about to like get into the water on the tubes. I was kind of hyperventilating a little bit because all I was thinking about was like my last experience. And she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, last time I told her like a very abbreviated version of the story. And then she looks at my friend. She's like, did you know about this? And my friend was like, yeah, she told me, but I figured, she's like, we're going to traumatize this girl. Why? We made it through the ride okay. That dear woman, she was just like, hold on. So we went floating down the river. But the thing is, and I wasn't aware of it, I had a cut, and I ended up getting a terrible, terrible infection, like very painful. And like I had to go get like meds from the like local like clinic that they had there. It was awful. And so that's now twice that I've had just a terrible experience with tubing down a river. And so when my friends were like, we're gonna go tubing, I was like, peace. So they've been texting me though. They're sweet. The last little bit of that blend leading up into my inner corner, I'm going to use that same Angel Fire shimmer. For the waterline, I am using the Fake Awake by Tarte. So I'm literally just running the end of the pencil along my waterline here. I left my hair in the clip too long today. It's not going to be amazing by any means. Let's do the eyeliner, the lashes, and then we will be good to go. So today I will be using the Sex Kitten liner by Tarte. I don't know like if this even helps or anything. It makes me feel like I'm helping. And now I'm going to reach across and do the other eye. I knew it. I that was going to happen. More like, you're going to it up, and there's another part of me that's like, I got it. I don't got it. You guys, don't ever let me think I got it, because I can guarantee you I do not. Good enough. The fuck is going on with this? Why does this one look so much rounder, even though in the mirror they look the exact same, but when I look at the camera, they don't. I started doing my makeup this morning, and I'm like, oh, I think I want to do a makeup video today. So I started working on it. I want to say at like 9:30, maybe even 10, and it is now almost 4 p.m. Oh, you'll notice I have on a different lip color than earlier. Earlier, I had the Jeffree Star. Like, the Jeffree Star in the lighting, I was in the kitchen, and the lighting of it didn't show up at all. So then I'm like, oh, I'll do a darker lip, especially because the top is so, like, subtle. Okie doke, artichoke. Let's do lashes. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera, do my lashes, and then I'll be back on to show you the finished look all together. Okay, so here we have the finished look with lips done, lashes done. I didn't put mascara on the lashes today. I still have like some smudging over here from when I ate lunch at PB&J. It was delicious. I feel cute. And isn't that what this is all about? Just finding a look that you can do to make yourself feel cute for that particular day. And today, this is what ended up working. I hope you all enjoyed my exciting stories about why I don't go tubing. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day, whatever day it happens to be. So, yeah, bye.